All right, so we are currently inside of the test server. And if you look to my left-hand side, you will notice that we have our first look at the brand new update this weekend. Now, before we get into that, there is a couple of other things that I want to show you guys. One of those, for starter, being the brand new sort system inside of the inventory, as well as the new rarity system. Previously, you guys will remember that in order to see the rarity of specific fish inside of your inventory, you would sort of have to just hover your mouse over it and it would show you kind of a colored border. Moving forward, that seems to have now changed. There is now a corresponding star on the left-hand side showing you exactly what rarity it is. And of course, the massive deal breaker being the sort by system, where we now have name, weight, type, and rarity. Super cool little feature, man, and definitely some nice additions there to the entire inventory system. And for the most part, I haven't really noticed anything else that's major or anything like that. We won't really pay too much attention to this thing right here. Now, as I'm recording this, they are actively working on the update, at least with the fine tuning and all of that stuff. But the meat and potatoes of it is pretty much complete at this point. So we have now made it right outside of Moosewood. There is this sort of crane boat looking thing where you will find Dr. Phineas. If we go ahead and talk to him, he says, "Welcome, explorer. Heard of the mysterious ancient isles? Tell me about it. An ancient civilization disappeared way back in time. Fascinating secrets await. We've discovered a mysterious island believed to hold a rod from that era. Interested?" Ah, bro, I knew it. Search near different islands. The bones reveal ancient truths. Okay, so it looks like we may have to be searching in every individual island for some type of bones. Now, inside of my inventory, I did do a little bit of fishing here inside of Moosewood, and I ended up getting this fossil fan. I was kind of confused on what this was, but now it makes a lot more sense. So technically speaking, you can go ahead and get started as soon as you jump into the update without having to talk to Dr. Phineas. Now, what's really interesting about this is that you kind of just have to remember where you got all of these from, because inside of your bestiary, it does not say anything about where you caught this bone from. So thankfully, I know for a fact that I've only done fishing here. Now, what I am kind of curious about is what happens if I just take him back this bone itself. A mysterious island hides a rod. Find 10 prehistoric fish bones to claim it. Okay, can I see the bestiary? There it is. Perfect. So in order for us to keep track of the entire bestiary, we need to make sure that we come back to Dr. Phineas. So I guess with that being said, we got 9 more to go. Let's get started on this. Now, to give you guys a little bit more context before we actually get started here, it is extremely simple to go ahead and get these bones. All you have to do is just go to these islands and just fish. It's literally as simple as that. Nothing else tricky, no kind of like secrets to it or anything like that. Just fish. All right, so quick little update. So far, we have ourselves a claw gill that we got here inside of Moosewood. On top of that, we also got ourselves a fossil fan and a barracuda spine. So far, it looks like 3 different bones inside of Moosewood. Now, I'm going to get back to hunting, and I will be right back to update you guys again. All right, so we've gone ahead now and found 3 more bones at Roslet, that being the spine blade that I'm holding right here in Hex Mutation, Shark Fang, which again, I am holding here in Hex Mutation, and finally, the spine bone. So all 3 of these can be found inside of Roslet. Now we're going to head over to Forsaken Shores. You're going to be able to find 2 of them, being the ancient serpent spine, which is right here what I'm holding, and the ancient serpent skull, which you might remember from my video yesterday. This actually looks really, really cool. And probably a hint towards what we're going to find on Ancient Isles. Kind of interesting. Either way, man, next stop is going to be Mush Grove. I will see you guys there in just a second. All right, so only 1 over here inside of Mush Grove, and it's quite sad, honestly, but yes, it is Nessie's spine. Poor Nessie, man. That's so sad. Either way, we are now heading to Snowcap for our final bone, and then we're gonna go check out this reward, man. All right, so here we go. We're going ahead and grabbing the final one right there, spined fin. This one is available at Snowcap, and that should be all 10 of the bones that we need. So now it all just comes down to making our way back to Moosewood, talking to Dr. Phineas, and let's see what the next step here is going to be. Also, before we turn these in, this is what the spine fin looks like, the one that you will be obtaining from Snowcap. So let's see what Dr. Phineas has to say here. Incredible. Here's your map, an ancient code. You'll need to place the code on the island's ancient gate and claim the relic rod. All right, man. So now at this point, what you'll be looking for is a handwritten note inside of your inventory. Once you open up the handwritten note, this is what it looks like right here. And from the looks of it, this looks like it's right in between Snowcap and Mush Grove. So let's go this way. So there's Snowcap, there's Mush Grove. Technically, the island should be somewhere around here, maybe. Unless I'm completely misunderstanding that map. Nope, there it is right there. What in the world, dude? This is sick. So I'm assuming that this is going to be our first little teaser towards Ancient Isles, man. For the most part, there's not really much going on here, except for obviously the gate that we need to open right now, which is right down there. Now, I'm sort of curious, is there any specific fish here? I don't think that there is. But really quickly, let's just kind of take a look here. Barracuda, yeah, I don't think that there's any specific fish here. Yeah, no, definitely not. So now if we go ahead and take a look down here, we can see the combination that we need to put in. But how are we supposed to do it here? Okay, we just kind of click, I guess. Oh, okay. I already put in the wrong one. I thought it was like something that we had to move around. That's awkward. So I'm assuming that you have to do these in a specific order. Because if you notice, there's 9 kind of like hieroglyphs or whatever down here. And in total, there is 9 buttons. So I already kind of did these in the opposite order. I'm assuming that if you just press random ones, it'll reset. Yep, perfect. Okay, so the first one is going to be this one. Second one will be Z. Help me open up our map. Okay, yeah, we can. Cool. So it doesn't reset. Next one is this one. Next one is the double, then the upside down U, the O with the line in the middle, triangle, this sort of kind of crossbow looking thing, and then the reverse crossbow. Yo! Okay. And we have now officially made it inside. Let's start heading down here, dude. What's it looking like down here? And there it is. There is the brand new rod. We got the Relic rod for 2,000 cash. Actually looks super sick. But honestly, man, for 2,000 cash, I can already tell this is going to be a beginner rod right here. This rod has every pirate ship imaginable, decent at everything, bad at nothing, just like a pirate should. We got 15% lure speed, 50% luck, 0 control, and 15 resilient with a max kg of 2,000. So yeah, very mid, very super mid. At the same time, for something that is a limited time event, what could we have really expected? It really wouldn't be fair for people that didn't take part in this entire event, you know what I'm saying? All right, so Future Carbon here. I was just in the middle of editing this video and I decided to jump into the test server to see if anything has changed, which for the most part, everything is still the exact same. The only difference is that once you're completely done with the event now, Dr. Phineas completely disappears. As far as like fish over here, there still isn't any specific fish except for these 2 models that are right over here, which I'm assuming were kind of left behind as sort of a teaser for Ancient Isles. And it looks like, honestly, a lot of you were correct. It looks like there's a version of this fish that is inside of Amber, and then there's another version of this fish that's sort of like halfway out. Obviously not the most information there, but definitely something pretty cool. And now there is one other thing that I want to show you guys that might not be too exciting and actually might make some of you a little upset, but the shop has been updated and now you are able to purchase in-game money. The biggest package is 25,000 for 900 Robux. So, I mean, I guess it isn't really all that crazy because it isn't an insane amount of money. It could have been like 100K or something like that. But regardless, we all knew that this was coming. It was said a long time ago. It was just a matter of when, and it turns out that now is that time. So interesting enough, I'm just reading this now, but the first purchase is only 899. So every purchase after that is probably going to get bumped up to what I'm assuming was the value when I first saw it, which I think was like 1,500 or 1,200, something like that. Either way, I just wanted to squeeze this in here into the video so that way you guys can get the full information and just sort of be prepared for tomorrow. But definitely a really cool looking rod. I kind of hope that they add some type of passive to it. I understand that it's, again, meant to be for early game, but I definitely feel like even just a tiniest little passive would be kind of cool. I don't know, guys, you let me know. If you were to put a passive on this rod, what would you make it? Let me know in the comments right now. If I'm able to get this video out before this entire update releases, the one that has the most amount of likes, I'll send it over to Const and sort of pray and beg and kind of like, I don't even know. I'll just beg. Either way, man, that's pretty much going to go ahead and do it for this entire event. Hopefully this video helps you guys out as soon as the event does drop so you can get your hands on that Relic rod. It's sort of like a cool little fun thing to do. So nothing really too crazy. Looking forward to reading the comments. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.